This is the voice in the wilderness of the people coming to you in the great wind. This is the day that IAH has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I pray that IAH has kept you in good health with great strength, and He has showered you with all His blessings as you continue to call upon His name, do His commandments, and hope in His promises. Praise IAH, praise IAH, praise IAH by His name. Praise IAH. I pray that IAH has kept you in good health and in great strength, and has protected you from all danger, from all accidents, and from all iniquity. And you in turn has continued to walk in righteousness and call upon His name and do His commandments and hope in His promises. And we will all praise IAH and continue to sing praise unto Him and call His name and sing His praise. Praise IAH Almighty, praise IAH. My dear brothers and sisters around the world, I bring good greetings to you again once more. In the name of IAH, I bring this prayer and I encourage you to say this prayer and put it in your own words and in the words of your children. Teach them to say this prayer. They may put it in their own words, but it must be said. The name of IAH must be called. My dear brothers and sisters, once more, I encourage you, as IAH have encouraged Shemaiah and Aaron, to say unto the children of EZER-IAH in the book of Numbers chapter 6, in verse 23, where He said, speak unto Aaron, unto the sons, saying, on this wise you shall bless the children of EZER-IAH. Say unto them, IAH bless you, IAH keep you, IAH make His face to shine upon you, and be gracious unto you. For IAH lift up His countenance upon you, and give you peace. And they shall put IAH's name upon the children of EZER-IAH, and IAH will bless them. My dear brothers and sisters, this is a commandment that IAH gave unto Shemaiah and Aaron to give to the priests, the leaders of EZER-IAH, that the people of EZER-IAH are supposed to be called by His name. I want you to know we are in the period when IAH is raising us up to know Him. He has given us His name after such a long time without His name. He has given us His name once more. He is answering our prayers, and He is raising up our consciousness around the world. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I must say to you, we need to give our children the name of IAH. We need to put the name of IAH upon our children. We are not obligated to go to anyone to put the name of IAH on our children. We don't have to go to any government, nor any prince, nor any king to put the name of IAH on our children. We are just to put the name of IAH on them for ourselves. As we see in the book of Isaiah the prophet, chapter 44, we read from verse 1. Hear now, O Jacob, my servant, and EZER-IAH, whom I have chosen. Thus says EZER that made you, and formed you from the womb. EZER will help you. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and you, Jerusalem, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon you that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour his spirit upon your seed, and blessing upon thy offspring. And they shall spring up among the grass as willow by the watercourses. And one shall say, I am EZER's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto EZER, and surname himself by the name of EZER. Thus says EZER, the king of EZER-IAH, and EZER-IAH's Redeemer. Here we see, my dear brothers and sisters, EZER is saying to EZER-IAH, prophesying to EZER-IAH, what will happen when that time comes, what will happen, how the children of Jacob will rise up, how they will spring up, how he will give them water, and they will spring up, and he will pour his spirit upon the children of EZER-IAH, and blessings upon them. And when he start doing this, that's a prophecy. When he start pouring his water on the ground and giving them the thirsty water to drink, his knowledge, his truth, this is what he's speaking about. Then they shall spring up as among the grass. We, the children of Jacob, shall spring up as willows among the grass, the other nations, by the water courses, because we will be getting knowledge and we will start to wake up, the awakening. And we shall start saying these things. One shall say, I am EZER's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto EZER, and surname himself by the name of EZER. My dear brothers and sisters, we see in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 12, from verse 24 and 25, we see that Solomon, the son of David, whom EZER loved, EZER sent his prophet Nathan to replace his name from Solomon to Jedediah. Because EZER loved him, EZER put his name upon him. Also, in the book of Genesis, chapter 32, we read from verse 27. And he said unto him, what is your name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, your name shall be called no more Jacob, but EZER-IAH. For as a prince has you powered with EZER and with men, and has prevailed. Your life is preserved. Here again, we see that EZER changing the name of a man and putting the name EZER on him, from Jacob to EZER-IAH. And then in verse 30, we see that Jacob himself, knowing that he met EZER, here we see in verse 30, he says, and Jacob called the name of the place Peniah, for he have seen Jah face to face, and his life is preserved. Praise Jah, praise Jah, praise Jah. Also, in the book of Joshua, chapter 68, verse 31, we also see that the children of EZER-IAH changed the name of Moshe to Shemaiah. For they said, in his days has Jah heard their cries and rescued them from their oppressors. Praise Jah, praise Jah, praise Jah. Then we see the prophets, Isaiah, Zephaniah, Daniel, Hezekiah, Obadiah, all the other prophets and the priests. They all was named by their fathers. They was given the name of Jah. All you have to do, my dear brothers and sisters, is put the name of Jah onto your name. Add the name Jah to your name. You doesn't have to go to anybody to change your name. Add the name Jah to your name. Add the name Jah to your children's name. Add the name Jah to your name, my dear brothers and sisters. Now I will give a prayer, and I would like you to learn this prayer and say it in your own words. I would like you to teach your children this prayer. And if that's all you can do on a daily basis, we must do this in the morning and in the evening as a morning sacrifice to Jah and an evening sacrifice to Jah. In the rising of the sun and the going down of the same, we must give thanks to Jah. So now I will say this prayer. I give thanks to Jah, for he is good. Thanks to Jah for being there for me. Thanks to Jah for his protection. Thanks to Jah for all that he has made. Thanks to Jah for my mother and my father. Thanks to Jah for my life. Thanks to Jah for everything. Thanks to Jah for his name he gave to me. Thanks to Jah for his law he gave to me. Thanks to Jah for his promises he made to me. Thanks to Jah for the land he gave to me. Thanks to Jah for his love for me. Thanks to Jah for everything. Thanks to Jah for all the senses he has put in me. Thanks to Jah for his gift of sight he has given to me. Thanks to Jah for his gift of hearing he has given to me. Thanks to Jah for his gift of speech he has given to me. Thanks to Jah for his gift of taste he has given to me. Thanks to Jah for his gift of smell he has given to me. Thanks to Jah for his gift of touch that he has given to me. Thanks to Jah for everything. Thanks to Jah for the sense of knowing right from wrong. Thanks to Jah for his air that he has provided for me. Thanks to Jah for water that he has provided for me. Thanks to Jah for his food that he has provided for me. Thanks to Jah for the sea and the fishes. Thanks to EZER for the trees and the fruits. Thanks to EZER for the fruits and the seeds. Thanks to EZER for everything. Thanks to EZER for the sun, its light and its heat. Thanks to EZER for the moon and its light. Thanks to EZER for the stars. Thanks to EZER for the heavens. Thanks to EZER for the earth. Thanks to EZER for the forests and the trees. Thanks to EZER for everything. Thanks to EZER for all the beautiful things he has made for me to see. Thanks to EZER for all the songs he has made for me to hear. Thanks to EZER for all the different scents he has made for me to smell. Thanks to EZER for all the mountains to climb. Thanks to EZER for all the rivers to see how they flow. Thanks to EZER for the beaches for me to hear the waves roll. Thanks to EZER for everything. Thanks to EZER for all the springs he set on the mountains that flow down the valleys below, that all the beasts may drink. Thanks to EZER for all living things, all that crawl, walk, or with wings. Thanks to EZER for the ability to know the different songs, the song of the ant to the sound of thunder. You have made me to know them all. Thanks to EZER who caused my mouth to speak. You have set your spirit in me. I now thank you for all my brothers and sisters around the world. EZER, the Holy One of EZER-IAH, and I beg you to have mercy on us all. As we call, answer us, and remember your covenant you made with our fathers. EZER, let your wind blow and your waters flow. Let everything that has breath praise you. I give you thanks for everything. Praise EZER, praise EZER, praise EZER Almighty, praise EZER, praise EZER.